Sorry.
It's on video.
Can you guys hear me without the microphone in the back?
They really can't then.
No? Okay. I guess I
It was
have
worth
to
a
cheat.
shot.
I have to cheat. Okay. So I want to do a couple of things today. I want to focus on recruiting, hostess coaching, following up, and if we get to it, we'll do the compensation plan, particularly for some of you that have not been around as long yet. So, who in here recruited somebody last month? All right, and the month before? And the month before? Okay, all right. The business we are in is dependent upon recruiting. It's what differentiates this business from any other business you want to go do. You can go have a job and you can sell any widget in the world, and you are one and done. If you want to make more money, you've got to sell another widget. And I don't care what that widget is. I mean, it can be Cheryl selling shoes at Dillard's. You've got to sell it again. The beauty of network marketing, of direct sales, is you make money off of other people's work. Who likes that idea? Yeah? Because trust me, I like you guys working. Yeah, the light bulb's still going off on a few places I see. To do that, you've got to be recruited. It is the lifeblood of growing your business. If you want to expand your business, if you want more money coming in for whatever it was that got you into Cincy, whether it was you wanted to make a car payment, you wanted to buy a new house, you wanted to put braces on your kids, whatever got you into this business, whatever that why motivation was, if you want to expand that, you can only do it from recruiting. Now, I'll do a little bragging on here, okay? Sherri is one of the top 5 salespeople in PRV in Cincy history. In the history of the company. For 2009, we were #1 internationally. I mean, you guys have seen how hard she works, and you see the big shows that she does if you've been out to the fair booths. I will let you in on a little secret. 85% of our income comes from the downline. So, last year, PRV was around 90,000. Guess how much the group sold? 9 million. Now, one person can never do that. That's the value of recruiting. When you do an event, your primary focus is not selling your product. Your primary focus, if you're doing an event, is you're looking for, it's okay, shout it out there, you know the answer. Recruits. That's the #1 thing you're looking for. You're looking for hostess recruits and you're looking for business recruits. Both. Okay? When you do a party, what is your #1 focus at a party? I heard the wrong answer that I hear all the time. Sales is not your goal. Your next hostess is your goal. That's your focus. That's the entire focus that you have. Where do your recruits come from? Oh, right. It's okay. You can shout them right out when you know the answer. Don't be shy. Your hostess. On average, somebody tell me, how many hostesses will sign up for the business opportunity? 1 in every 5. Now, sometimes you do a lot better than that. So tell me, if you want to recruit 1 a month, how many parties do you need to do?
5.
How many a week is that? 1.3. Yeah. Okay, so that's a party a week on average. Okay? I'm trying to get you guys to sort of think in a broader perspective than what you're used to doing. Okay? As Sherri explained, she is great with the product and she is great with the relationships. The business side, that's more my style. So you guys that know me know I crunch the numbers, right? That means I'm looking at your downlines every month. I'm crunching your numbers. I'm putting them into spreadsheets and graphs and charts. So I have an idea how many people are recruiting, and I have an idea of what the average sales are. So, how many went to Spring Sprint? How many went to convention? How many have gone online and looked at Orville's 4-chord presentation? All the same, right? Chord 1, selling, right? 500 PRV is what they recommend. We'll talk about why in a minute. I really think that should be closer to 2,000 a month. Why? Because you don't want to leave money on the table. Why do I say 2,000? A little foreshadowing for our later presentation. Why should you do 2,000 a month? An extra 5%. So I'm all about taking all the money they'll give me. All right, so I want you to change your change your thought process about recruiting. And I thought about ways to try to get people conceptualizing why to recruit. My dad and brother are engineers, so this one kind of hit me, and that is build a recruiting lever, right? So what's a lever? It's a rock and a long stick, right? But you lift a lot more with it, right? How many remember this from their like 8th grade science class? You know, first class levers, third class levers. I know, that hurt my head too. All right, so it's a basic lever. In the lever system, this is how much you're going to lift. And what makes a lever work? I know 8th grade was a long time ago, but what makes a lever work? It's how long the lever is. Okay? So, who in here would like to have a group that sold $250,000 next year? Oh my God, everybody acted like I said such a huge number. $250,000. Okay. So, there's $250,000. You know how much that is in silver? It's 500 pounds. Can anybody in the room lift 500 pounds? Since I happen to know the women's weightlifting record and from the Olympics is 485 pounds, I felt safe with 500, unless you're an Olympic weightlifter in the room. All right, so if you want to do this by yourself, you must exert 500 pounds of force to lift that. But if you add 100 people to it, how much does each person have to lift? 5 pounds. Whole lot easier. That's the whole idea. If you want to sell $250,000, get a longer lever. If you want to lift that much weight, get a longer lever. Your lever here is your downline. All right. So you recruit to get a longer lever. This is the whole idea. This is your results. This is your brain on drugs. No, I'm sorry. This is wrong speech. This is how much effort you have to put in. I love this just to show you an idea, you know, with the little yardstick. You can think of each one of those people as a different recruit, each little notch in the yardstick. All right, who in their job, in their life, has had a 401k? And what happens every year at the 401k? The advisor comes around and says, do you want to get in that 401k? And how much money do you want to get in? And what's the one thing they always tell you? If you get in early now and you invest for the longer term, you'll make more money. Now this was Kelly's idea. I'm going to give Kelly credit. She was like, this is how she thought of creating a downline. Now I like to think of the downline literally as like a retirement plan. When you hear Orville talk about generational wealth being built from Cincy, something that you can inherit and pass down to your children. Honey, that means pass down to your husband too, by the way. Not that I want to kill you or anything.
You do.
Today.
Discuss that later.
Your downline is like an inheritance. It is something that is legally transferable, and it is something that can continue to build wealth over an extended period of time. You are not selling one widget and then you're done. Your downline becomes your retirement. So, anybody ever seen this type of chart from your little 401k meeting? Right, we go down here, investor A starts out at age 25. And in this, they each invest $5,000 a year for 10 years. This is the difference of how much money they have at age 65. The guy that starts at age 25 gets $800,000. The guy that starts at age 55 gets $100,000. That's the difference of starting early in your Cincy career recruiting. Okay? Who here has been afraid to recruit because they felt like they didn't know all the answers the recruit might say? I know, if you were honest, I'd see more hands. I'd see my hand, okay? Don't wait. Don't wait until you feel old enough to start investing in your future. You are not alone in the recruiting. You have people to help you. Who can help you? Your sponsor, your director, your star director, your superstar director. If you have somebody that's interested, leverage, use that long lever of your upline to help you recruit. Now, if you have been around for a while and you haven't been recruiting, it's not too late to start. This is the same idea on the investment. In this example, you have two people, one that puts $500 in at age 9, and the other that puts in $1,000 at age 15, but puts in $800 every month after that. Now, the purpose of this is the one down here on the bottom, it's kind of hard to see the little tan down here on the bottom, that's the 9-year-old. And you can see, just by doing a little bit at the very beginning and then stopping, not being consistent, they don't make very much money. Right? By age 57, they have a little under $50,000. But the person that waits till they're age 16 and puts in, this is how much they make, just by putting in that extra $800 a month. And the difference I'm trying to get you to understand is, if you will be consistent in your recruiting, doesn't matter if you're behind the get early game, you will still continue to advance and continue to have tremendous wealth opportunity at the end. That's the message I wanted to try to get to. So the idea is that you need to be recruiting consistently. Now, I'm going to hide this down here so you guys can't cheat. If you recruited one person per month, and you taught them to recruit one person per month, how many people would you have in a year? I know everybody's flipping early to see. Shout it on out, those of you that are looking early. 4,095 people. Now, out of that 4,095 people, how many would you have recruited? 12. You do one a month, and you teach everybody you recruit to recruit one a month. Now, one a month does not sound like an insurmountable number. We already went over this. That's roughly 5 parties a month, roughly a party a week, and out of that, you should spit out at least one recruit. But if you're only doing 1 party a month, how many months is it going to take you to get recruits? 5 months. Okay? Now, these are average numbers. So they say your mileage may vary. You may have different results, okay? Hopefully, after seeing Heidi's presentation on how to get more recruits, and seeing the party from Kelly, and seeing the stacking your hostess, and the 3-bag booking trip, you guys will get more than one a month, okay? Out of your parties. You'll get more than one hostess coming out. This is not what your experience is going to be, okay? Because not everybody you recruit is going to recruit every month. It's just a fact of life. But I wanted to see the mathematical power of just recruiting one a month and what that can do. And it's not just you doing it, but when you sign somebody up, fostering to them that they should be recruiting as well. All right, I kind of cheated and told you this part of the story early. Recruiting is where the money's at. And this is why. This is the difference of our business. It's called residual income, getting paid from the work of others. It's a whole lot easier to let somebody else make your money than you have to do all the work yourself. It's a whole lot easier. And that's the value of the entire business that you're in. If you want to go sell widgets, go sell widgets. If you want to make money, recruit. Anybody got any questions so far? All right, we'll go to the next presentation.